Hello everyone, welcome to ResinistaLisa. Today I'm going to be using a Christmas bulb to create a shaker inside of a skull. Now I'm going to be using glow-in-the-dark powder today. This is a cyan color. I wanted to create like a galaxy type skull with the moon in the middle. So that's my goal. I use a mixture of glycerin and water. So I start with the glycerin, add the water, and then you mix that until it's clear. And then once that's all cleared up and fully mixed, I'm going to be adding my glow-in-the-dark powder. This is a cyan color. And obviously, the more you add, the darker it's going to be. So here I'm just checking to see how my glow is. I don't think that's quite dark enough, so I'm going to be adding some more, and I really hope it works because I just used half my little bottle. But in the end, I really love how it turned out. I love this color. So we're going to give that a good mixture. This is a really heavy, gritty, the glow-in-the-dark powder is really heavy and gritty. So I did use more glycerin in this one. It was more like a 3-to-1 mixture, just so I could get some good float on the powder. And once we add that all in, I'm going to finish filling it up with some more glycerin and water. I always end with the water because I want a really good seal on the top there. And I'm going to be using a transparency paper to add that on, or to cover the top, to seal the top. So I cut that out in the shape to cover the top. I'm going to clean that off with some alcohol, and then we're going to attach that with some UV resin. Now I do leave the center of this open because after I get this seal on here, I'm going to do a soft seal with my UV light, and then we're going to put that underneath my stronger UV light for 3 minutes. And once I get that seal on there, I go in with a needle. I have some needles that I use to poke the top just to get a small hole so I can finish filling that bubble up. I don't want that big old bubble hanging out in the top. So here I'm doing my soft set after I added my second layer of the seal. And I'm going to shake this up really good to make sure I don't have any leaks. And you really want to give it a good shake, because when I did this, I noticed that I did have a leak right there in the one side. So I cleaned it off with some more alcohol, added just another little layer, put that again underneath my light for 3 minutes, and I got a really good seal this time. So here's my bulb completely mixed up. You really can't, it doesn't look like much just yet, but that's all glow-in-the-dark powder. And then I noticed that I had these little holographic stars, so I decided to go ahead and add some of those on there. Just did a little soft set with my UV light, added those on there real quick. I think those turned out kind of cute. So now that I'm ready to add this into my skull. And I'm using the Let's Resin Large Skull. So we're going to be using, these are pigments, resin pigments. I'm using purple, blue, and green just to kind of give that little galaxy feel. I don't know, I thought they were cool, look cute. I'm going to start out with a layer of clear, just a little bit, add my bulb in, and then I'm just going to layer these colors in here and try for a swirl effect. Now I noticed that it wasn't really bright, and I wanted some brighter colors. So I just started dropping these pigments in here. And then I'm going to pour my resin on top, and that gives me that swirl effect. Now I did notice it's really kind of nice when I film these, because I can go back and see what I did right and what I did wrong. And you'll notice here a lot of those colors are going to the right. So that helps me figure out what I did wrong. Because once I unmold this, you're going to see there's one side that has a lot more color than the other. And a lot of these are going here to the right, and the left kind of gets left out. So that's really helpful in my future projects. I'll definitely pay more attention to that. But I really love how this is turning out so far. I'm going to let this cure overnight, and once that's complete, we're going to come back in the morning and finish the bottom. So this is all hard, ready to go. You can see that swirl in there. It turned out really cool. And I'm going to use for my base, I'm going to mimic the colors that I used in the actual skull itself. So I'm starting with purple. I'll add some blue. I did add some, this is purple mica powder. In the future, I think I'll just stick with my pigments because I think the mica powder made it way too dark. And I'd really like to have it more transparent for the next one. But I added purple, blue, green. I was going back and forth whether to add some more glow-in-the-dark powder, which is that blue that I just added in. And then I'm adding some chameleon flakes. Now the glow-in-the-dark powder that I added was really kind of a waste because it ended up being so dark. There's no light that can penetrate that. So it was kind of a waste of powder that I put in there, but you never know unless you try. So here's my base. We're going to go ahead and let this cure overnight. I really love how the colors turned out. The chameleon powders really made a big difference, I think. But it's just such a small area that it's kind of hard to even see it once you put them down. But here we go, and here is the finished product. Shake everything up, and it turned out so cool. But you can see here what I was talking about with the swirl on the one side and the other side got kind of left out. And here it is with the glow. So you can either put this under a blue light, or you can charge it, or just leave it near a open window. You don't want it in direct sunlight, but if it gets some UV light, if it's near the window during the day, you're definitely going to get that glow at night. But I love that swirl effect. And I think it looks really cool with the little stars on the side that really didn't have a lot of swirl. So here was the glow with the lights off. And now with the lights on, you can still, it's glowing a little bit. It's not as white. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like during the day. I just love how he turned out. And here we go during the day with the glow. And then again at night. He's so cute. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I hope to do a lot more here pretty soon. I'm adding new items all the time. And I'll see you guys back again soon. Have a great day.